Today's adventure of cottagecore critters starts with the sight of a single falling maple leaf, slowly drifting on one of the first breezes of the growing autumn chill. As the cool slowly sets in and wisps at the edges of your fur and your pads or webbed feet, as it seems to be, make your way slowly down the streets of Falling Leaf, a small town in the countryside, next to a very long river and a deep, dark, mysterious wood. All of you, in today's adventure, have gone... no, it's not gone. Have gone about your day in mind that at 2 p.m. you were going to help the somewhat blind, somewhat hard of hearing Helvetica Spindlegrown, the elderly echidna, as they get their beloved the lady beetle, ready for competition day next week. Lovely is sort of a minor celebrity around these parts. A very fine, very bright red lady beetle with a heart-shaped splodge between two of its wings. And all of you are on your way to this burrow of sorts. So, I will say, given that one of us really doesn't like being late to things, who are you? What are your pronouns and what do you look like in game? And why do you want to help Miss Spindlegrown?
So you've got Jeremy the rat. He's a short little rat. It's very aptly named. He's got a little chimney sweep hat on his head, like kind of to the side a little bit. And he's very small. He keeps his fur nice and smooth. And that's that. He goes by him as well.
And who's playing him?
And playing Jeremy the rat is 8-Bit Elliot. Also him. And yeah.
All right. Jeremy. I'm going to try to not do it with that accent every time, I swear. Jeremy, as you... It's not happening. Jeremy, as you are heading down this little walkway, you are talking to someone. Who is it?
I imagine it would be Willoughby Bond.
All right. Willoughby, who are you? What do you look like and the such like?
Yeah, what's up? I'm Willoughby Bunt. I'm also a rat. I don't have cool smooth fur, like my buddy Jeremy. Mine's a little tufty, but that's okay, and that's fine. And Willoughby's pronouns are also he/him. Just skittering alongside Jeremy, trying to keep up and not disappoint his good friend.
And who is he being played by?
That'd be by me, Promethean. There's a 0 in it.
All right. As Jeremy and Willoughby make their tiny, tiny little portway down, they pass by the garden fence of somebody else heading in the same direction as towards Miss Spindlegrown's home. Given that you're neighbors, I'm going to say, Tammy, who are you? Who are you being played by? And what do you say as you see the two passing by?
I'm Kate. I'm O'Sullivan Kate on most of the internet. She, her. And I'm playing Tammy, Mrs. T, who's a little grey chipmunk, who's just carrying along a little tiny mushroom pie to bring to her friend, Mrs. Spindlegrown, because that's an important thing when one goes visiting, to take something with ourselves. That's part of tradition and helpfulness, to make sure while we're helping her, she's got something to eat. She's pottering along by herself, balancing this slightly too large mushroom pie on her paws.
You see the others,
Mhm.
and what do you say to them?
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Would you mind assisting me to carry this rather large? I went a bit heavy on the mushrooms, but I believe Helvetica likes them quite a lot. Could you assist me in carrying this just up the drive? You can see she's barely holding on to this thing.
Willoughby's rat-like face will kind of lift itself over so that you see it rise kind of behind these mushrooms, and he'll just quickly grab a whole bunch of them, bundled into his little rat arms.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jeremy's also going to just kind of like come up and just kind of take as much as he can, but then rush even faster because now he's running late. He's like, I can get these two in, don't worry, but I've got to hurry.
And then she's just going to like move her little tiny feet as fast as she can to keep up
as you
with these rats.
Rush. Before you can fully rush, opening up their own gate as they're heading out. Newt, who are you, and who are you being played by?
Can I just clarify something real quick?
Yep.
Kate, was Tammy carrying a pie that
She
these
was
two
carrying a
turned
pie.
into
These two
a
turned into
bundle of
mushrooms,
mushrooms?
and I'm just gonna.
So in my
I
head,
was gonna let that
canonically,
go.
I feel like what they've done is take the mushrooms out of the pie.
That's what I
Like,
thought.
I am now holding
I thought
pie
you're
crust.
holding-
That is absolutely the case.
He's
Yes,
holding
well done.
pie crust.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
going to be
added.
much easier to carry now, right?
a lot
We'll put
lighter.
them back. We'll put
Just
them
for
back
clarity,
when we get
yes,
there.
that is exactly what happened, Emily.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Cool.
I was going to comment, and I was like,
Big
okay.
mushroom pie, now empty of mushrooms.
It's deconstructed, and then they'll put it back together.
Constructed pie.
fashionable pie.
Yeah, love
Yep.
that. I, as someone passionate about cooking, absolutely hate that. No, emerging from their home, that is definitely igloo shaped, is despite not living in an igloo themselves, if they had the choice because they hate the cold, is Newt, and Newt is a little fairy penguin, and her pronouns, and she's gonna emerge from her gate, and she's going to see her friend Tammy, who is carrying what was once a pie is now no longer a pie, and begin to approach. But hey, playing Newt today is Emily from Hexes and Vexes. She, her, happy to be here. And as Newt approaches, what had the golly happened to your pie?
They were trying to help. They were being very helpful. They took my mushrooms. It's okay. I'm sure we can put it back together. I hope. And you just see her look quite like slightly saddened at the state of her pie, but like still trying. But it's just like it doesn't look like when she left home.
Yeah, and Newt will look over at the two culprits and spy Willoughby and just go, you.
You. And I think you mean helpers.
You. This is not what you've done. You've absolutely destroyed what could have been a lovely pie.
It's still a lovely pie. We just need to squish all these back in. It'll be fine.
Nope, that's not how that works. You've destroyed the integrity of the pastry.
In the meantime, as half of the pastry is still being rushed off because I don't think anyone bothered to stop Jeremy. Jeremy, I want to imagine that this, given that you're all small and quite tiny, this is quite a substantial stack, right, of mushrooms that you've got in your wee little paws. So as you're rushing off, and the others try to follow as swiftly as possible, I'm going to say, Minnie, do you see this coming?
I don't think so. I think she's like on her way, but not not realizing that there is a very quick Jeremy inbound.
Yes. Okay, cool. I'm going to say roll me a critter roll, the very first roll of the session. So how many points do you have in critter?
Just the one.
Just the one. Amazing. Please, do you have any personality, skills, or tools that you feel like are relevant to avoiding being mushroomed?
None that's avoiding, but definitely one that is like in support of because she is very clumsy.
Oh, in that case, we're going to minus a die from this pool. So you're rolling with a disadvantage, essentially. Roll me 2d6 and take the lower result. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take these two. That's a... So I rolled a 3 and a 2, so we're taking the 2.
That's amazing. That's a failure. So,
Yeah!
so Blades in the Dark Star rules for results here. It is a 1 to 3 is a failure, 4 to 5 is a complicated success, 6 is a success, double sixes is a critical success, and just let me know in your dice pool if you get any doubles after you roll your higher. So, with, I suppose, what do you think happens as you get deconstructed mushroom hide on the way to Helveticus?
Would you like me to introduce Meanie first?
Yes, please. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, hello everyone. I'm Kate or Cakelette, pronouns she her, and I'm playing Minnie Rella, who is a tiny little guy. She's a little mouse who is one of those curly-haired mouse. So she's very curly, very fluffy. It's like a mousy brown. She's got very big ears, very big teeth, and big glasses. And I think her outfit is definitely very, very cottagecore type. Like the blouse that is a little bit frilly. It's kind of off the shoulders, and then she wears a high-waisted skirt. She's got a belt with some pouches there, and she also has like one of those. It's almost like a hip quiver, but that's where she puts her like crocheting needles and stuff. And at the moment, the reason why she doesn't see Jeremy is that she has a crocheted blanket that has been rolled up, and she's got it slung over her shoulder, and she's on her way to give that to Helvetica just to keep her warm. And so she doesn't see Jeremy come in. He absolutely bodies her, and she gets sent like a little bit. She tumbles, and the blanket like unravels itself on the ground, and she like her white blouse is covered in the mushrooms, and her glasses have flung off somewhere, and she's like, oh.
Jeremy's just like gunning it down the street and just being like, "Oh
Still
no,
gunning.
oh no!" So just he's like, "Oh, gee, I didn't see you there, Minnie. I'm so sorry."
She just kind of collapsed on the ground, and she slowly picks herself up and starts to pick off all the little mushrooms that are, well, actually, no, the big mushrooms like on her blouse, and says, what happened?
I'm so sorry. I was just in a rush. I wanted to get where I'm going real quick. I don't want to be late, and I didn't see you there. I'm so sorry. Let me pick up your glasses. And
As you pick up the glasses, perfectly shaped inside the glasses is like these two slices of mushroom that just like slowly slide off.
Good.
And I want to stress this entire time I've visualized the blankets pristinely like Minnie's the only thing hit, and then you watch with abject terror as the mushrooms slowly slide off and they go blop right on the blanket.
Oh.
oh no, oh gee, that's awful. I feel terrible. Oh no, Mrs. T's gonna be even madder at me now.
In the background, by the way, you see a couple of quite cool cats leaning up against a post watching all of this occur. Kind of like doing the head nod. Licking each
When you're
One
a
of them
cat,
has
you're-
like they're
no.
they are cats, so they're quite a bit taller than you. So like when they're leaning against a house, as they're like leaning, they kind of like nod. They do the chin nod at you. What do you do?
Jeremy's like, oh no, so cool cats. I've seen so many. I've seen so much about them. I've read about them. I've seen them on the after school specials. I don't want anything to do with them. They're scary. And he's gonna hide behind Minnie, who is smaller than him.
As you're passing the glasses over, Minnie, the rest of you do catch up at this point, as you traipse along through, and as you traipse along through, helping gather, just looming menacingly, just distantly, just staring. And the camera cuts, and we see two of the cool cats leaning over to each other. It's like, so $5, just saying. And and another one's like, nah, 10. And it's probably by the end of the episode. As it cuts back to you, as they start exchanging coins with little clovers on them. And you all eventually assemble. Does anybody... Dear Tammy, your pie is more deconstructed than it was previously.
It's all right. Let's put all the ones that we've got left back in, and I'll see if she's got an egg, and we can make a quiche instead. That's fine. So
Or what you
she's
could
gonna-
do, you could mix it all together with a large spoon and just call it a soup.
a very interesting idea.
Yeah.
I'd not thought about that.
Instead of croutons, it's just got pastry.
You know what? I'll give that a try.
Willoughby starts stuffing mushrooms back into the pie crust real quick, kind of clocking Jeremy hiding over behind Minnie. Stuffs all the mushrooms in, runs over to Jeremy. Oh, what happened? Is everything okay? Why are all the mushrooms on the ground?
I was rushing, and then I ran into Minnie here, and now the cool cats are hanging out. I don't want to be anywhere near those cool cats.
Wait, what? That's a whole combination of heaps of bad luck all at the same time. I can't do anything about the mushrooms, but let me think real quick. And then I think Willoughby is gonna like puff up his chest a little bit, and he's gonna go skittering off at these cool cats, knowing how much Jeremy's unnerved by their presence. He's gonna try and frighten them off.
All right, you scamper towards the creatures that are many times taller than you. As you scamper towards that direction, Minnie, you finish cleaning off the rest of the bits and bobs. You clean off the edge of your glasses, secure them back on your head. You see a cowering Jeremy behind you, and you watch as Willoughby rushes towards the cool cats in the distance.
Yeah, so finally cleaning off the mushrooms from her glasses, she uses like the end of her skirt to like wipe them off, and she puts them back on. She does the thing where she has to like blink a little and get her eyes to focus, and looking over as I forgot the name. Hang on. What was the character's name again? Willoughby, that's it. As Willoughby like runs off, she can feel Jeremy behind her, and she just turns around and looks at him and just says, is Willoughby going to go and have a chat to the cool cats? Don't you want to go with him?
No, I don't want anything to do with those cool cats. But Willoughby always looks after me with the cool cats. He's very kind to me.
Okay,
He's
so
just standing there like shivering.
No.
And Minnie will just leave him there for a moment, and she'll roll up the blankets, and then she just puts it on his shoulders. I think you need this at the moment. It's a little bit greasy from the mushrooms, but do you want me to go have a word?
I mean, you thank you. I mean, you can go help. You can go help Willoughby if you like. I mean, I'm not going anywhere near those cool cats. But if you want to just be careful, they might try and influence you to do some nasty things. Some not, they might try and influence you. So just be cautious of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe Willoughby needs some help. So you hold on to the blanket right now, and
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go talk.
Surrounded by your neighborly grandma team?
Like, my instinct is, do we know the names of these cool cats, quote unquote?
Yes.
Because part, I know both of their mothers, and I can go have a word if I need to have a word, but I'd rather not.
I mean, we
to
have
talk
far
too
bigger
much.
problems right now. The longer we stand here, the closer to room temperature that pie becomes, and I'm a
It's
little worried
very
about
true.
food safety.
I'd be slightly more worried about the hands that were in the pie, but a very good observation there. Yes.
Degrees
It's
are
okay.
ticking
I
down.
washed my hands.
So
Not you I'm
As-
worried about.
Are your hands
this is true.
hotter than 65 degrees Celsius? Because if they're not, then I'm still concerned.
He's just gonna look. No, I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either.
So, from my understanding, it sounds like you three are heading towards Sylvaticus.
Think we're going inside.
Which is relatively close. It was literally
Like a couple of steps, yeah.
a minute away. As Willoughby, yeah, rolling up your sleeves if you've got them. Moving up the way. With a quick scurry of the paws, you see a very large, there's three of them, the cool cats. As you see, tall, one's a tuxedo, puff, looking like they're wearing a suit, but it's not. They've got like a vest on, but it looks really professional. One is Tomcat.
Is it a tuxedo cat?
It's a tuxedo cat, yeah. One's an orange cat with like a very nasty looking sort of scratch on the side of their chin, and the other one looks to be, which seems to be the leader of these cool cats, seems to be a very tall, kind of like elegant looking black cat, with very piercing green eyes, as they're like looking down at you and goes, "Can we help you?"
Yeah, you can. You can vacate this area immediately. Stop intimidating my friend. And with your clicking
Intimidating?
and your whispering and your foreshadowing.
Intimidating? What are you talking about? We're just loitering. Ain't nothing illegal about that.
Well, let me check this book that I have on a special subject. It's probably the law, and maybe I can report you for maybe loitering is against the law. I don't know. Do you know?
It
Do you know the law?
leans like the largest one leans down. It's like, that's some dangerous stuff you got there. You sure?
Knowledge can't be dangerous. Surely, I wouldn't know. I'm not very bright, but I'm gonna look anyway. I'm warning you.
As you open it up.
Correct.
Can
Willoughby
I
pretends to
have-
read.
Can I have a cottage roll from Willoughby?
You can. Well, you could. Except my cottage stat is nil.
So, are you planning on adding anything to that roll? As Mitty will be approaching at this moment, I guess.
Absolutely. Look, I'll make a pitch for all three personality traits of quick, loyal, and stubborn.
So you pick one, or you can pick up to two.
He's going up against three much larger critters here and trying to outthink them, and they're
Yep.
clearly better and smarter than he is. So I'm going with stubborn. I think it's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like.
And the
that's
book
probably-
itself,
The book
I
itself
guess,
counts.
is a
Yep.
tool.
So that's two. That's two. Minnie, you're approaching. You're saying, Willoughby, like pulling out the book. I feel like there's a slight shake to the leg, just a tiny bit, as you whip it out, trying to be as confident as possible. And what's your roll? With the two.
4 is the highest.
4 is a
Of the
complicated
two.
success. So as you are as they're leaning down, you're like kind of getting ready to breathe out. There's a brief moment, Minnie, as you're approaching, and as you look over Willoughby's shoulder at their book, you see the green eyes on the large black cat like widen. Oh, is that mazes? Oh, I love mazes. Can we borrow? I'll only solve a few.
Feeling the shift in vibe, and desperately ready to remove himself from this encounter, Willoughby absolutely clasps shut and heads over the book. Yeah, of course.
Oh, thanks. What's your name?
Willoughby Brunt.
Willoughby Brunt. All right.
Mhm.
Nice to meet you, Willoughby. I'm Emerald. Friends call me Em. What name am I calling you? I say totally not for her right now, this very moment. All right. This one's Min, and that one.
Chocolate chip. Sorry.
Sure. Let's go with that. It's like chocolate chip. No.
Tuxedo
It's
cat.
like that one's Big Choc.
Big Choc. Only his mother calls him chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip,
like,
you get back
they-
inside.
As they go, oh, it's mazes. All of them kind of. It's like we love mazes. As it turns out, you have invented the cool cats, as in the cool cat nerds, who are totally part of the mathletes team at school. But they have the aura of Drama Kid naturally, and you feel like that should you ever encounter these, like they're gonna like you, they're probably gonna do, and they did only promise to solve a few, so you'll probably get that book back eventually. But that tool is now removed from the scene. As many of you have finally approached by this point.
Yeah, she was like ready for something to happen, but seeing that everything is okay, she just like looks between the two of them and then leans into Willoughby and just says, "So everything's okay now?" With the I mean I came over to see if you needed any help, but it looks like you dealt with it. Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. But I did.
They head
Good.
off with mazes.
I managed to cook Jeremy.
They head off
I don't-
with their new Bears book. Sorry, and leave you two to be the only ones out here. While Jeremy shuddering in the back blanket while everyone else is going inside to the plot.
Yeah, like I said that Minnie like puts her hand on Willoughby's like the in between the shoulder blades and just like pushes him along, just turning around, going to where Helvetica's house is, and just says, "Oh, I wonder why Jeremy is so scared of them. They seem like nice people."
I don't know if scared's the right word, but it doesn't really matter. It makes me uncomfortable, so I had to do what I could. I'm glad I could help.
Well, you made some friends, it looks like.
Apparently. I'm sure that'll come in handy later.
Hopefully.
is-
Well, I mean,
This is a tool that'll help us later.
well, they have to give you back your
Drama
book.
kids. Useful later.
All right. So as you guys enter in, Helvetica Spindlegrown has welcomed those who have come in.
Oh, Tammy dear, thank you for the pie.
It's a little more, what was the word? Deconstructed than usual, but might need a bit of reheating.
You see this elderly echidna, tiniest pair of round specks at the end of the snoot, covered with like a nice warm woolen shawl, but for the most part seems to be rather, what's the best way to describe it, unaware of how close everyone is, because as they move about they kind of bump in occasionally to
Ow.
you, and you have to avoid getting potentially trodden upon by this smaller critter. As they lean over and they're like, Is that you, dear?
What? Hi. Sorry. Hello. You spiked me and I got. It hurt a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. It was an accident, and those things happen.
As you enter, as the rest of you eventually enter in, we see like I feel like two very different narratives are going on. We have like this very sweet, wholesome group of like grandmas all together to some degree, or like sorry, two grandmas plus the like adopted grandkid vibes coming in. Uh and then a group of sweet little rodents enter in, slightly smelling of mushrooms, sans a book, um, looking like they've been through the ringer a little bit for a
Smelling like mushrooms and success.
You
I
are
also
correct.
want to point out, Newt is very much teenager vibes. Just
Yes.
sounds real strange. Because that was the voice that Emily landed on today.
That's fine, darling. Yeah. It's very much more that thing of when you've got two young neighbors who are very cozy people who get quasi adopted by the little old lady next door, but not intentionally. Just that the vibes gel. They're not.
And as the three of you enter in, the interior of this abode mostly quite neat, quite minimal, except for the sheer amount of trophies. So many trophies just everywhere. All of them, like we see like the equivalent of a posed, operatic looking praying mantis, kind of as if they are like on display, that says lovely first place, best in show, and it's all that's like at least a half dozen. And then you see amongst all of these one of the main sort of gifts being a physical large almost replica lovely amongst all of them in like sort of a goldish plating. For context, the lady beetle is roughly what we would equate to I want to say what we'd equate to golden retriever sort of size on specifically Mrs. Spindlegrown. And as you're kind of in looking about, they go, "Oh, Newt, yes, no. So thank you so much for all of you coming in. Come in. Come in. You're letting in a breeze. Come on, come on." As you
If only we
slowly-
had a nice clean blanket to offer you.
Oh, that would be lovely. It's been getting rather chilly lately, for sure.
I have a mushroom stained one here for you.
Oh, delicious.
Minnie made it. I added the mushrooms. Just like
Is
passes
this
it on.
your fine work, dear? I still love the shawl you gave me.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, I thought that it is getting colder, so a blanket might work. And I used the little quills that you gave me for the knitting needles. And she taps the side where the little quiver is, and her knitting needles are actually quills from Helvetica.
Oh, I've got them by the dozen, dear. Just let me know if they ever go blunt. I can always shed you some fresh ones. Um, so uh, thank you for coming today. Uh, you see, it's well, and they take a little plomp and they sit on their little couch that has so many indents on it. It's like as they lean back, it's very clearly this is their couch and no one else sits on it because there's no point. It's still covered in spines. As they go, well, dears, you see, it's lovely. Lovely's been. I think they've been a little bit less confident recently. See, it rained the other day and they got a bit wet and they struggled to fly a little bit. And, well, they've
Oh,
kind of
no,
been.
that sounds terrible.
Mm, I
I
knew
think you
you
mean it
would.
sounds perfect.
I knew you'd
No.
understand.
I wish I could fly.
And one day I'm sure you will. Uh, but for for now, I was wondering if you could help maybe boost their confidence a wee bit. Ever since they sort of worried about, mm, ever since they sort of got wet, and they tried to do. So they have a number. They gesture to one of the very large trophies that they do. We affectionate call it the lovely little cha cha, where they do a little they do a little dance and a little fly, and it always impresses the judges. It does, because it really emphasizes their coat and the their their little heart. But ever since they got wet, when they got wet, they sort of tripped up and fell, and they ah, hit the floor a little bit too hard, and ever since then they've been sulking rather fiercely. We used to practice out in the big open flower field glen, that's now a bit died down since well, it's we're getting into the autumn season, but. Hmm. They're struggling a little bit. They haven't been taking their meals. I'm so worried.
Wait, so they haven't been eating either?
Oh, they'll have a crumb or two. They still love their honey jelly and their
What have
sap
you been
treats.
feeding them?
Well, their favourites, aphids, such.
Well, once we get Lovely back and confident and feeling good, I will give you the recipe for some fish fritters, and I promise you they will be the best thing that you ever eat.
I would very much like that, dear. Don't know if I've had fish fritters before. Um,
You're
but
missing out.
throughout all of this, you guys have noticed something very particular. There is no sign of Lovely. Usually, Lovely would be curled up on the couch with Mrs. Spindlegrown as they're sitting and talking, but it seems to be true they're just not around to. They're not wanting to be social.
Is there by any chance a whole bunch of food crumbs below the statue of Lovely in this room?
As you look closely, yes, you do see a big pile of food crumbs there.
And I think at the mention of like Lovely not really taking any food, I think Willoughby would have turned to probably Tammy, who arrived here with a pie and seemed like the best person to talk to about maybe helping out with some food. Because there's no way I'm going to have a conversation with that absolute scoundrel Newt, who is an enjoyer of flying, and was like tugging on Tammy's sleeve for a minute, but then noticing all of these crumbs at the statue, just kind of like points over to it, pointing it out.
Mrs. T's eyes widen, Tammy's eyes widen. She just turns back to her very dear friend and asks, is Lovely outside? Does she choose to spend her evenings outside at the moment, or?
Oh, she's been holed up in her room. I could take you that way as she goes and hobbles in that direction, very, very slowly. And as it opens up, so no, cozy little like warm grandma cottage, right? That's what we've got at the interior. You open the door up to, inside this burrow to find a small terrarium, absolutely deluxe. Petals, fresh flora everywhere, heated specifically through a system of steam.
Made even more renovations. Nice.
Oh yes, Rumble's been a big help down at Carving Carpentry, but and lovely, the friends are here. Lovely.
Do I see any sign of Lovely within said terrarium?
Roll me
Given it's a
cottage.
golden retriever sized.
Yep, roll me cottage.
Roll your cottage. I have 3 for cottage.
Does anybody want to help?
I can help with communication,
Oh, yep.
calling out.
I would like to assist because Minnie is methodical as part of her personality. So she's
Yep.
gonna like kind of look at everything in sections. Like go kind of scanning all the stuff at the top, then in the middle, then the bottom.
Yep, love that. All
I would
right.
also suggest that I might add charming to mine because I have called I am that sort of I've been there before. This is not
Mhm.
I'm not an unknown stranger to Lovely.
I'd allow it. Yep.
Yeah. That means I'm rolling 6d6 if you're both
Hell
helping.
yeah.
I got a 6 and I also got 2 5s.
All
So-
right. So, with a 6, you successfully scout the area. With a 5, there is what's called a surprise.
Can I also say I also got 2 1s? So I got
That's
2
amazing.
pairs and a 6.
That's amazing. But as you're surveying through, firstly, between the help from your friends, no sign of Lovely,
Mhm.
unfortunately. But with doubles, we get what's called a surprise, which means everyone at the table is invited to make a suggestion of something surprising that is in this space that you discover amongst all of the stuff. So, what is in this terrarium that you are not ready to see?
I have an answer for this, but it is truly terrible, and I don't know that we want to go there. So
Go on.
I was gonna say, just like propped up in the corner is the what was Helvetica's partner's name at some point in her life? No, it's just
Oh my
just the little
gosh.
just a little gravestone that's been propped up inside the.
Okay.
I was not going to say the corpse of the thing. I'm not that morbid. This is a cozy
I
game.
thought you were gonna say that.
No,
I was very
I thought-
ready.
I thought that initially, and I decided that was too dark.
It is a little wee bit.
Too dark. So I took a backpedal because then I'm like little, her favorite things in the same space that she tends to so much. Together.
You see a very particularly mossy rock as you're like surveying the scene, as you're brushing things over. You start to see like we have this brief moment in game, like as you like brush the start of what looks to be the N on Spindlegrown, right? And then as soon as you start brushing over, there's I can't find her anywhere, right? To cut.
Yeah.
For ABC content.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I
Incredible.
can't see her anywhere in here at all, darling. Where did you see her last?
Well, she had some aphid treats with breakfast this morning, and well, I went to do the washing, and there's a brief pause. No, she wouldn't. No.
The back door
Uh,
open again, darling, when you were doing the washing.
As that is going on, I'm going to say that we see like Willoughby like this along the crumb stack with Newt following alongside. I've got like the aviator hat, right? But it's like turned into a deerstalker hat mentally, like it's changing shape.
I think
Is-
if it's okay, Newt would be like gesturing to Jeremy the rat, being like,
If there's one thing I rely on you for, Jeremy, it's your navigational skills. If you could help us navigate these crumbs.
Well, absolutely, I could. Let's see, where do they lead? He's just got to start like looking.
I don't know, that's your
like,
job.
Nose to the floor, like butt in the air, and he's like sniffing around, kind of just like a dog.
Willoughby, what are you doing in this scene?
Watching these two and wondering how I, just a small, not a very bright little rat, can be smarter than both of these two already, because those crumbs aren't going to lead anywhere. That's just what she's been feeding to pretend Lovely, probably, right? Like, because she can't see very well, and maybe she thought this was the real Lovely, and she's been feeding the statue. They've just been followed on the ground in front of it this whole time.
That's
Roll.
very endearing of you to think about, Willoughby.
Roll me Cottage. Roll me Cottage, very specifically Jeremy, and then roll me Core, Willoughby.
Excellent.
If you'd like to add any help.
So am I just doing
Uh,
one dice?
Jeremy's well, it's a Cottage-based roll. So
Okay.
you've got Cottage. So what's your point in Cottage?
3.
3, so that's 3 die. And then you can add your navigation and your tools for that, because like you can make a justification for that.
Okay.
So that's 5 at this point. Is anybody helping track the crumbs?
I would make a case for I'm very confidently relying on Jeremy and their navigational skills by offering motivation the entire way.
So
It's like, let's go, Jeremy. Let's go.
so if such is the case, would you like to make a use of your bond here?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Don't break it. Then I have 2 rat enemies.
So, bond, does that add any more additional die?
That adds an
So-
additional 2.
An additional 2. Okay, I need to find another die.
I'd offer you some, but
Yeah.
a bit
Bit
far
far
away.
away.
Got
pretty
one.
much.
We just-
All right. So I got 7. I got 7 D6s.
Yeah, you do.
Alright.
Nice.
So we've got 2 2s, 2 4s,
That's
a
good.
6, a 1, and a 3.
All right, so with a 6, you will successfully navigate these crumbs. With the 2 4s, something surprising and unexpected would happen. Very quick before you do, though, that core roll, what did you get for the core roll?
That's you,
I was
Bramigin.
rolling the call, right?
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled a 2.
You are fully convinced that she has been feeding this statue for days, weeks even. And as you're like making waves and you're like, yeah, no, I've got it. So I think something surprising will happen with that idea. So I pass it to the table as we start to see the butt in the air of Jeremy as they're like moving along, following these crumbs.
He has a
with
magnifying glass in his other head.
Newt
Good.
like following. It's like a Looney Tunes bit as you're stalking along the crumbs on the case. Something surprising you do discover. So, what is it? Do we think that is a surprise? Because you will successfully track them outside, heading toward this now growingly empty flower field that was mentioned earlier, but.
Something surprising. Ooh.
And everyone is open to this. So if anybody has any suggestions, what do you discover that is surprising?
I was going to say like little footprints, but that's not really that surprising.
Maybe like a small broken piece of the shell, little like
Ooh.
wing cover thing.
Yep.
A bit of exoskeleton molt. That's good.
Yep. No, I like it. So I think we get the scene as we've just got Mrs. Spingle going like, lovely, you're not hiding under the poinsettia again. As as you guys head out, fully kind of leaving Mrs. Spindlegrown a little bit behind as they continue their search. We get that you track for a good maybe 15 minutes. Like the crumbs are very obviously a trail to the point that it's actually kind of where are they getting all these crumbs? You see it cross the paths of cat feline footprints. You pause.
Pause.
Oh,
Try
no.
to ignore it.
Lovely's been abducted by the cool cats.
As there is this, and then you find the remains of an exoskeleton at the edges of the edges
no.
of the street.
Oh no!
This isn't looking good.
What did those cool cats do to you? Oh no! We should tell everybody else. Quickly.
No. Don't tell everybody else. Just maybe tell our friends. We
Maybe
don't
just
want
tell
to.
our friends. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
maybe-
want to cause any alarm.
No.
Is everyone here? Or is it just those
I'd
two?
say that. Were you following the rat with the butt in the air shenanigans?
Well,
With the party.
It's up to you. Yeah, no, I feel like you're all good there in my
I
head.
suggested to Helvetica to go and have some pie, and that we'd keep looking, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go sit down, darling, and have some pie. And then I scurried
Don't
to catch up with
split the
everybody else.
party.
Yeah.
Scurried to catch
Yeah,
up with
so-
everybody else, but it was the moment of just you go sit down, and we'll figure it out. And then
I just
Yeah, so-
I hope they're okay. Oh, Stucky.
knowing that Willoughby and Minnie had a conversation with the cool cats, but not knowing the outcome of that conversation, Newt will turn to Willoughby and say,
What in the gully did you say to those cats to do something to Lovely?
Hey, I don't think they did anything to Lovely. I just convinced them to leave Jeremy alone.
Oh, you convinced them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm nothing if not honest, and honestly, I think you are not very convincing.
Well, I'm nothing if not stubborn and also loyal, and those are the things that I put to good use.
Minnie's gonna like go in between the two of them, and, like hands at either side, like okay, that's enough. Stop fighting.
But it's so fun.
Not fun, it's distracting from the plot.
now it's the time, children. Later, over a cup of tea.
Yes, we could talk about everybody later.
I prefer chowder.
You prefer chowder to tea?
Yes, I'm a penguin.
So Minnie's gonna like ignore the both of them, and would Minnie have
Good choice.
seen-
Yep. Would Minnie have seen?
yeah, like would Minnie know of like shedding for like lady beetles? Like, is this something that Minnie would have any knowledge of?
Roll me Cottage.
Okay. I don't think I have anything to add to this.
Does
Like,
anybody want to
methodical,
help?
reliable, clumsy.
Or are you just doing this inner?
Well,
Am I able to
I
use
mean-
my magnifying glass again, or
Yeah, if you're helping and like assisting like the visual stages, right?
yeah,
Like being like looking at.
yeah, I can hand over. Jeremy can
Mhm.
hand over his magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
So is that 3
that's an
3D?
additional
Sorry, an
one.
extra D6? Yeah, cool.
Yep.
So I'm rolling 3 D6.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, pretty good. That's a 3 and double sixes.
Hey!
3 and
Whoa.
double sixes, critical success. We get a flash scene as yeah, we get like the Professor Layton spin turn briefly as like the eyes like lighten. We get the window wipe anime effect, but they're briefly mushrooms as it spins in the back, and we go, well, usually when a lady beetle sheds its undergoes the process of shedding, it usually softens its outer shell in order to grow larger, as it and so it sheds that shell to become larger, which is softened and new, and sometimes they're a little bit vulnerable in that state, but it does in fact gradually harden. And as you're like coming back into this, you'd think that usually in that period of time they try to find like somewhere familiar, or somewhere like comfortable, in order to undergo the process safely, right?
So Minnie with the magnifying glass, she's doing the thing where she like holds the handle one way and then she turns it the other way, even though it doesn't change anything. And then And then she gives the magnifying glass back to Jeremy, and then she does the glasses push up, and then there's the light sheen on the lenses, and she says, "So, I don't think Lovely is in trouble or anything. This looks like it's a pretty normal situation. I think Lovely's just shedding their exterior, their shell, so then they can grow bigger. But at the time, they're feeling very vulnerable. So I think Lovely's just gone somewhere safe, somewhere where they know that they're going to be okay. So I think we just have to find them. I think they're just lost. Oh, well, maybe not lost, just hiding.
Pinkies, we solved the problem. It's all
Well,
done. The quest is over.
But we still need to find Lovely.
I like that idea. And can I flick through my notes that I've made? Because I've sat and chatted with my friend about Lovely for a hot minute. Because we
Yep.
do that. What else do you do over
Sure
tea
thing.
but talk about one's
I'm
pet?
glad
Sure
it's
thing.
not a room temperature minute, Kate, or I'd
No.
have something to say.
Yes, nice hot, piping hot cup of tea.
Cozy hot minute
And
right
a
there.
piping hot minute. And can I think of anywhere that I know that like Lovely goes to train, or they when she and my friend
Huh?
go on walks and they go sit and places she would think of as safe place.
Well, you did just hear that they were practicing in that.
I don't like yes, that wide open space.
Mhm.
She says,
Mhm.
staring at the fear on her character sheet.
Uh-huh.
Mhm,
Uh-huh.
mhm.
Other than that, I mean, if they did head in that direction, that was relatively similar to where you came from. The cool cats could have seen something.
Well, perhaps we should go to the training yards. I don't love big, wide open spaces, especially because if I fell, then I wouldn't have anyone around to help, you see. So
Oh,
we should go talk to some people, perhaps your new friends. See if they saw anything.
yeah,
Lady's
we can do that.
Lovely's quite obvious when she wanders past.
That would be true, but I can help with the wide open spaces thing. And Willoughby will grab the shed exoskeleton real quick. I was going to use this as a boat. I got really excited because I got my own boat. But you can use it to cover yourself. Then you don't have to worry about the wide open spaces.
God.
I have a friend who had a really big hat that used to do the same thing with the hat.
Tammy's gonna take it from you and prop it so that it sits like part on her head and part propped up like behind her, like on the edge of her tail to make like a little house. She's like, yes, this will do.
How's it feel?
Different, but I'll get used to it. Yes.
If you like, I can paint something pretty on it for you so that it feels
Oh.
more homely.
It's maybe a
I
little
mean,
room design on the sides. You know, make it.
Oh yes, I'm very good at drawing food.
But
Minnie
not
will
Minnie.
also help us.
now we worry about lovely. And later we
It's
make
like-
the shell lovely. Yes.
I want to imagine throughout this though, because when the moment you put it on, it's got like
Yeah.
the reverberation, like as if you're in like a box, like
A bubble?
yeah, like the vibrations and sort of thing. Yes, it'll be great, that sort of thing.
Nice.
As following through, with that knowledge in mind, you do know where the training fields are, despite your fears and worries. But I will say, for the sake of speed, do you feel like you're rushing or taking your time heading there?
Well,
I'm quite nervous about Lovely being by herself, so I would be rushing as fast as the group was willing to do so.
Jeremy being very quick, he wants to get there quickly.
All right. In that case, we're going to have a group roll here. So everyone just roll me your critter score. No additions. And
Just
if you got
critter?
nothing in it, just critter and only critter. And then we're going to count the number of successes. And if we get a number of the same die that are equal to 4, So if everyone has equal to 4, then we get the surprise.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay, we got a 4 as our highest. Yep.
So you got a 4.
Also, okay.
I got a 3 and a 2. Sorry.
3 and a 2. No, that's one failure.
I got a 6 and a 2.
6 and a 2. There we go. Nate's probably helping. And
I got a 5. Just
got a
the one.
5. All right, cool.
That's it.
Bam.
I'm
Awesome.
too
You
worried
do
about my new
something-
exoskeleton. Can't see where I'm going.
It's the weird sort of like outside distorts your vision a little
Yeah.
bit. So as you're like heading through, like as they're running off, they're running about really quickly, but they're like a meter away.
Yeah.
Max,
Yeah,
love
I
that.
think, like, is Tammy using like the legs of the exoskeleton as like a holding, like to hold it up?
He's holding onto the sides of them. Like little straps.
Like a really big stiff umbrella with no handle.
Mm.
I've ruined Lady Beetles for everyone, and I am not sorry.
I mean,
Um,
Minnie can use, because Minnie's got some wool and a crochet hook. I think Minnie can use some of the wool to just tie it down.
Like a gigantic big bonnet.
Yes!
Yes!
You're like a Victorian bonnet. I love that.
That's the best.
Yeah, it is. I think Minnie just like sees Tabby like struggling to keep it balanced, and she just like, oh, hang on, just give me a second. I can fix it. And then she'll put the wool around to kind of make it like the little hat with the tie on it.
Oh, well, that's much easier. Thank you. It was very helpful.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh, this will be good when it's raining. I can read my book at the same time. This will be very good. She's just getting like.
Oh, I love that. So
I think as that kind of happens, Newt will lean over to Minnie and say,
You should keep that one written down for when we finally start our store. I think it would be a bestseller.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
So, rushing forward successfully, navigating past. I think for a brief moment there is a big cluster of somebody herding the ranch ants across to the next field over, and you just manage to reach it as there's this almost slow motion bit as the ranch ants are about to be led forward, and you're rushing and moving at the top of your lungs, and your little feetsies because you're tiny. And these ranch ants are actually quite large. And so there's a brief moment where you feel like you're not going to make it, but we see the tail edge of Tammy struggling as all of you kind of reach out briefly and pull Tammy forward, and you narrowly miss the small herd of just ants crossing over to the next.
good.
Minnie's gonna like use one of the quills, the little knitting needles with like some wool on it, and throw it, and kind of like almost like a lasso and pull.
I love it. But you do eventually reach that field that you were hoping to go to. And for a brief second, you think you see the start of like a very bright red something jumping up briefly, it seems like. But also, you see a group of very tall cats.
Oh no, it's the cats again. It's those cool cats. They keep coming up everywhere I go. They're always tempting me.
Jeremy, why did you let Willoughby have a conversation with them? Because this is the only reason anything's gone bad.
Willoughby protects me. I'm very, very thankful and grateful for Willoughby. He protects me against the cool cats.
Obviously not well enough because they've reappeared right here.
Well, you can only do so much, being little rat folk.
Hey, you are much more than little rat folk. You are a little rat folk that could, because you could navigate good.
As much as I don't like agreeing with Newt, Jeremy, if there's
It's
one
Newt.
thing.
Newt.
Newt. As much as I hate agreeing with her, look, there's one thing I truly respect about you, man, and that's how much you respect yourself. But when you put yourself in this position of being so worried about being tempted by those cool cats, it's like you lose a little bit of respect for yourself. And I think that you deserve more respect for yourself than that. You've got this. You don't need to.
You're-
And
Willoughby, you're right. You are so right. I'm gonna take a page out of your book. Wait, what happened to your book?
They've got the book.
The cool cats have your book.
Yeah, the cool cats have the book.
Oh, those cool cats have done it now.
I think it's a good idea, though. You approach, you lead the way, and we'll be your backup. If anything bad happens, we got you.
I've got this. He puffs up his. She's like he's pretending to be Willoughby. He puffs up his chest.
Oh, do you rough up your fur too?
He's gonna like scruff up his
All that
hair.
smooth fur.
Yes, though. I have to ask throughout all of this, Minnie, what are you doing?
Yeah, so she's looking at this little display and seeing as like Jeremy is already going off and going to talk to these cool cats. She'll look back to Willoughby and just say, "But aren't they your friends now? Shouldn't you go talk as well?"
Friends, maybe loose acquaintances, but yeah, we could just talk. Calm down there, Jeremy. I don't think we need to make an issue of this. I think we could just have a.
He's already gone.
He's already gone.
Oh wait, he's gone. Quick, everyone, come on, let's go.
I'd like to follow Jeremy too, but as I do, pull out my rolling pin and start smacking it on my
There's no need for this. This is one of the reasons that we're rivals, obviously.
And as you, Jeremy, as you approach these cool cats, one's like lazing and lounging in sort of like the last trays of sun. The others there. One, they do like. Do you say anything as you're approaching, or you just like?
He's like, listen here, cool cats.
Like they turn around, just like this, eye big and green, staring at you. Hey.
He just instantly starts shaking. He's like, huh? Oh, they're
Nude
doing
in the
click.
background like this, like with a rolling pin.
I didn't think they'd start the clicking. Oh, the clicking's the worst.
It's okay,
He's like-
Jeremy. You've got this. You've got this. Be
We've got this.
intimidating.
We've got this. Listen, you have my friend's book.
Oh, are you friends with Willoughby?
Willoughby
Yes.
comes running up.
Willoughby!
Yeah, hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for the mazes. It was really fun for a couple of minutes. They were really good. Passes the book.
Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for asking nicely for my book back. Yeah, that was real cool of you, man.
What can we do for you?
Oh, hey, I hear you guys like puzzles.
Oh yeah.
Here's a puzzle. Where did lovely the ladybird go?
Oh. As you're saying that, as the rest of you are approaching, you see the tuxedo is got like their paws below what looks to be this form of lovely, and is like, all right, listen to me here, you'll be fine. According to Bernoulli, the equation that says increased in velocity leads to
Right. Excellent. Nerding out a search radius.
Can I?
It's too hard to hold it in.
Calm down over there, Dungeons and Doctorates.
What? You're letting me do science nerdy things on a different podcast. Leave me on a different platform.
Plus the higher velocity affects the flare, little guy. You'll be fine.
I understand what you're talking about. And I'm unfortunately right there with you, but my character wouldn't be. So
Thank you for letting me do that. So, as you see this, like it seems like Lovely is their fairly weak exoskeleton, and trying to train it to be stronger. So the vibe seems to be it seems to be the case as you approach, and they're like, "Oh, Lovely's there." They're just pointing.
Puzzle complete.
That was really easy.
Gonna wander up and just take my hat off because there's something warped about the hat now.
A little bit weird. Yeah.
Warped about the hat. Would you mind ever so much if we took? You created the hat, Ruby. This is your fault. Would you mind
This old
ever
lady,
so-
come on. Don't mind me. I'm just wearing your old skin as a hat.
See, the gravestone wasn't so bad anymore.
Wow, Tammy's really cooked.
She's a little old lady. Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She's a little old lady
They
who's
all-
obsessed with mushrooms and botany.
They all grew up in the 60s. It was a different time.
Mm.
She's
Especially with
Anyway,
mushrooms.
hat off.
My
Taking the
face
hat off.
hurts.
Now,
My face hurts.
would you be so kind? My lovely friend is a bit concerned about the whereabouts of Lovely. Would you mind if we took her back home? And I'm looking those cats in the eye like, I know your mother and you better be nice to me.
One of them's like, "Oh, Mrs. T, we were just trying to help. Lovely seemed really unconfident, and so we were trying to explain like the theory of flight, so they'd be able to like do their bit a little more. They were practicing, and we're here all by ourselves. I swear, we didn't do anything bad.
Oh, that's
Don't tell
cool.
Mum.
That's very good. I won't be talking to your mothers. I'll tell them, in fact, how very helpful you were. Actually, she's going to turn to you and go, you wanted to learn about flying. Is that right?
My one true dream is to fly.
Yes. Well,
It's really unfortunate being basically a bird and not being able to fly.
yes, I can understand. She's going to reach up, and she cannot reach your shoulder. This is like the biggest attempt and the biggest fail.
Lean
of
down
tapping
so that
on
you
the
can.
Yeah, it's the tapping you
Yeah.
on the shoulder. Almost going to point out, you're a fairy penguin. You don't really have shoulders.
Yeah, correct.
Like,
Hold out a
Above the wing.
Hold out an arm to you.
yeah, it's like mid flipper.
Yeah.
Well, maybe these cool cats who, for some reason, despite not being capable of flight themselves, seem quite knowledgeable about the physics of flight. Perhaps they could assist you further. Maybe you could become, well, I guess not a cool cat and probably not a cool corvid because you're not a corvid, but I'm sure you could figure something out. And we'll just make sure Lovely gets home safe. She's got lots of support around.
Mm-hmm. Roll me core to
Yeah.
convince Lovely to join you, because Lovely seems very determined right now to stay with what they're doing.
Gravy. I'm going to take my charmingness again on that one as well.
Yeah, charm the bug.
Look, you never know.
I reckon I can help here
Yep.
as well.
How
I'm
would you
gonna
like to help?
via my bond with Minnie.
Yeah.
Say, Minnie, didn't I procure for you a little while ago a lady beetle walking harness? Do you still have that on you by any chance?
I think so. Hang on, give me just a second. And Minnie's gonna just rife through like the pouches and the various things and just take out like all the different like I guess like pieces of it, because then you can like snap them together.
I love it. I love
Yeah, I think I still got them here. I was thinking of like adding some things to it, but I didn't really have the time, so I've just got the harness.
So 5? Am I hearing 5?
It sounds like 5 if you're invoking your
Cool.
wand.
All while that's happening, I like lean over and whisper to Jeremy. I'll be like,
You just say the word, and I will beat the friskies out of these whiskers.
You know what? Maybe.
Other side
So-
of Jeremy, Willoughby leads in. He goes, do you see why I'm a bit scared of her? It's back.
You know what? Maybe these cool cats ain't so bad after all. They're helping lovely.
As like,
Although the clicking is still very intimidating.
oh, as
I
they're
got
like clicking, they're like,
6
well, we've got to
and
keep
2
time.
Yeah.
So what was it?
I got a 6 and 2 4s.
Okay, you will successfully convince. You will successfully convince Lovely with help from your friends and this really fashionable new like walking harness. Apparently, that is just here. So as you successfully do that, something surprising will happen. Which I can open to the party, but I'd like to suggest honestly that as they like lean down, these giant like large cats compared to the rest of you, they lean down as they're like leaning towards specifically um Newt.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
they're like,
Yes.
uh you wanna learn how to fly?
I don't like where this is going.
No, do you wanna learn how to fly? We can teach you
g-
the science of it.
Are you
but
gonna throw me or like kick me?
do you not without your permission?
I would like to learn how to fly. It's my one true dream.
Well, and then they bring out another thing about gliding specifically. And they go, "Well, if we can get you, say, the right implements from and anybody can offer their help, we could
Yeah,
probably have
Minnie.
the penguin fly today."
Minnie's just gonna like eagerly put her hand up and just say, "Oh, I can make something. I can make the fabric for the little glider."
That would be really nice of you, Minnie, and this is why we're best friends.
Probably find some plants to help be the wooden struts. I know a bit about plants. She starts flicking through her book about interesting botanical species.
Is there anything else you're missing? As much as the concept absolutely terrifies me, I might know a guy.
What if we conquered your fear by gliding instead of flying?
Nope. No thanks. I'm okay.
But
I
look,
do not.
Jeremy's
No.
conquered his fear today, and I hear you have a lot of respect for him. So here's the thing: if you respect Jeremy for conquering his fear, maybe you can conquer your own.
You help me conquer
One-
my fear with my hat. See?
Yeah, so
Look,
you just are next in the list of conquered fears, and I'll help you.
Jeremy's off in the distance trying to click, but
As you're doing that, like the orange cat's like, no, it's like this.
I think looking over at Jeremy, trying so hard to just be cool and chill with these cool cats. I think, yeah, we'll just
All right,
defeatedly slump. Oh, okay,
this will
I'll
be
give it a go.
This will be a group cottage roll if everyone's participating in making this glider.
Yeah, Minnie's
Um,
just gonna suggest. Well, I mean, Willoughby, like if you wanted to, I guess, accompany Newt, I can make a little like a pouch or like a tandem harness for the two of you.
Yeah, okay. And then it's not like I've grown wings, like the awful nightmare I had that one time, but someone else has, and I'm just there. I think maybe I could compartmentalize well enough to be okay with that.
Scarlet, may I sacrifice my bond with Willoughby for this role?
Yes, you may.
That's 2 extra dice, right?
That's 2 extra dice, yeah.
Because here's the thing, I feel like if this is something
the
I'm
bond
trying
is
to
rivalry,
convince,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
this is something I'm
Yeah.
trying to convince. It goes one of 2 ways, well or not. And either way, the bond develops. Like,
I love that.
so-
Yep. No, continue.
Can I sacrifice my version of that rivalry
Yeah.
in
yep.
addition to
Bonds
that?
can apply to group rolls. It's
What
just
were we
not-
rolling on? Sorry,
you're all
Cottage.
rolling cottage. In this cottage.
Cottage.
Critters
And we
game.
we can't add anything to that, right?
You
I'm
can't add
just-
anything else unless you're using a bond.
Yeah, great. Cool.
I got double sixes.
Hell
Whoa.
yeah, you did.
And
well, I
I
would
got
also.
a 2.
I got a
I got a
5, a
6.
2, and a 3. So
5, 2, and
I
3.
also
You
got a
six?
6.
You got
So,
6?
I
I'm
will. I
sorry.
will also
here.
like to.
I
I
also
would
got
also
a
like
1 and a
to-
3.
Okay.
Nice.
And
So
Nina,
I
what
was
did-
gonna say I was gonna also use a bond. My bond with Newt because I want to help out my bestie.
Yep.
Yay.
Love that.
Well, I got a 1, a 2, and a 5.
Okay. That's enough successes plus that critical success involved. I think this is vastly successful. So, in combination, as we will be closing our game soon, Lovely in their little beetle harness, we get this ending shot, right? As it's like we get poor Willoughby in. I've got like a baby harness mentally made out of crochet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a papoose.
Yep, on the penguin who Newt like buckling down their little aviator hat as our dear our dear Jeremy is like sitting on the shoulder of the cat that's about to throw as Ms. T Bonnet,
But
a near mini replica, in fact, of the beetle, which is now flying, flying / jumping, still attempting to stretch those wings,
Yeah.
heading back toward Mrs. Spindlegroan. It leans down, and then the click happens, and as they're clicking, it's like it's 10, 9, and then on 1. You get thrown up high. Now, you successfully have made this thing. It is, and as you like spread out your not real your wings, your
Not
gorgeous-
wings.
your
My
your gorgeous
flippers.
like. Well, I feel like it's appropriate. You've got webbed feet. So you've got like
Yeah.
webbing between your penguin wings. I'm imagining more of a like flying squirrel situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, as launching, and then as you start to glide, we get the shot of Willoughby staring, like opening an eye. Willoughby, how do you feel flying for the first time?
Initially, absolutely terrified. But then I think
Can I ask a question about the terrified? Are you
Yeah, of
screaming?
no.
Thank God for that.
No. It's loud noises.
Yeah.
No, Willoughby is suffers horror quietly. I think he's sneaky. He's been in a lot of difficult, scary situations. You've got to be quiet if you want to get to the other side of those. No, I think once in full flight, though, he'll properly get into it. And it'll be truly one of the most incredible experiences of his little rat life.
And as
Sounds out.
as you put your arms out to soar, friendships new and strengthened. We see this little lady beetle, a little bit bigger than before, sort of fluttering as they look up at you, soaring, probably towards a tree. No one taught you how to steer; they just taught you vaguely flight. And as you soar off, we get this little lady beetle inspired for their next flight, whatever that may be. And so ends our little tale of cottage core critters. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Yay!